And when we moved to Imperial Beach in 1971, I remember going to a beach in Coronado that was slated for development and having a guard with a gun actually kick us off a beach that was slated for development. I remember how angry my mom was and how frightened that we were. And so my entire life has been about really making sure we rip down those chain link fences, we rip down the barriers for access, and we preserve the coast and ocean for all. And for Imperial Beach, it's been critically important to make sure that all our kids and families, we have a 25% poverty rate, can have access to clean beaches and open space to make sure they have a high quality of life. So that's why it's so important. You know, one of the reasons I feel so strongly about protecting coastal access for kids and families is that increasingly California is the issue of inequality, the gap between the rich and the poor is so great, and we especially feel that in coastal areas that really have been set aside for the wealthy in California. And so there are always increasingly more barriers that prevent people from having access to our amazing California beaches. And so that's why it's so important to make sure we do everything possible, from making sure we have transportation for kids to get to the beach and making sure that our state parks and all our beaches have equal access opportunities for recreation and enjoyment for all kids and families. Because if you're a working class family in California, a day at the beach is free, and it should be free everywhere. And so you shouldn't have any barriers to make sure you can leave an inland community and get to the beach and do what I call is having the greatest day of your life at the beach. You know, one of the ways that access to the coast really creates a strong and vibrant community is, you know, in Imperial Beach, what we've really tried to do is make sure that we have all our open spaces are open access, that we have where all our open spaces are linked by trails, we have public amenities, we have a vibrant junior lifeguard program that's pretty much free to most of the kids in the community, and they're always doing things to get people out to enjoy the coast and ocean, because we know that is the key to a healthy community, is making sure you have a high quality of life. And for us, there's nothing more important to make sure that everyone has equal access to our coast and they understand that they have a right to enjoy the coast. One of the things that cities like Imperial Beach and other coastal cities can do to really make sure that everyone has access to the coast is to really encourage programs and policies that really eliminate barriers to access. So for example, we have programs for surf lessons for disadvantaged kids. We've eliminated the fees for that. We really try to eliminate all barriers to make sure that people, especially disadvantaged kids, can enjoy our beach. Our junior lifeguard program is pretty much free for low-income kids in IB. All you have to do is ask for a scholarship. We've talked to the city of Chula Vista and the city of National City, and if we all had the money, we'd create a free beach bus to make sure that we could actually get kids free access to the beach. That's also a sustainable sort of transportation issue, so that's something we're looking at in the future. But the reality is the coast really needs to we need to make sure that we're getting rid of all those sort of fee programs that really create disadvantages for kids and families to use the beach. You know, but the most important thing we can do to provide coastal access is to make sure that we have the cleanest and most pristine waters in the world. And that means really eliminating all coastal pollution from the coastal region. And in Imperial Beach, we've been disproportionately impacted by pollution. So that means that up to a third of the year, we can't use our beaches because of Tijuana River and US-Mexico border pollution. So that's one of the reasons why we have to continue leading the world and really having stringent water quality requirements and keeping our coast clean and pristine.